Welcome back. Okay, today we'll be starting with programming concepts in Python, and I'm including this in the advanced level. Okay, today we'll be starting with advanced level 1, okay, in which we'll be learning about control structures, okay, and then loop and then functions. But before we start today, I would like to tell you something which I have been changing. I'm going to change my strategy in providing the videos. Okay, so I'll be providing videos based upon some timing. Okay, so my videos will be 10 to 15 minutes long, every video. Okay, so today I'll be explaining about the control structures, which is the if statements in Python. Okay, and do note, from today onwards you'll really be enjoying, because this is where we use our real life programming concepts, real life programming to do in to perform in Python, real life programming in Python. Okay, these are concepts we use for our real life programming. Okay, so over here I'm going to start with if statements today. Okay, so what actually if statements are way to control your execution of codes based upon some condition. Okay, if a condition is met, okay, then execute it. Okay, if not, then do something else. Okay, so I'm going to show a small image, okay, which will show something about how the control structure looks like. Okay, usually it's like this. You have your codes executed here. Okay, and after some of your previous codes execution, you will check a condition here. Okay, and you will see if whether the condition is true or not. If it is true, then it will go and execute this portion of the block. Okay, or this portion of codes, executable codes. Okay, and if not, then do these codes. Okay, and then move on to next code. Okay, move on to the program. Okay, next sequence of program executable statements. Okay, but one thing to note here. Okay, this else or the no part may be or may not be there. Okay, usually this is yes, this is no. Okay, or you can say true or false. The false part or the no part may not be there. Okay, you may not want to execute if the condition is not true. Okay, but you may also have some more conditions to check after performing the after the condition is met. Okay, so that is called, okay, nested condition. Okay, nested if. Okay, so you can again have another if statement here to check another condition. Okay, so this is all about how a control structure works in Python. Okay, so let's get back over here. What I'm doing is I'm going to accept a number, okay, from an integer from the user as an input. Okay, and I'm going to store that in a variable. Okay, and I'm going to check, okay, whether that variable is greater than 10, or whether you have the user has input a value greater than 10 or not. Okay, so here to remember, okay, I had told in my previous video also, the input function always returns a string. Okay, so I need to convert the input into an integer by using int function. Okay, so the int function takes the one parameter and converts it into an integer. Okay, so if no one greater than 10, then do this. Okay, so here I don't have a false part or the no part, it's only the yes part or the true part. Okay, this one. Okay, so let's execute it. Okay, it's asking me for a value. Okay, if I give 2, okay, now here my condition is if greater than 10, then only execute. Okay, so I'm having a value less than 10, so it should do nothing. See, it does nothing. But if I input some value, okay, some value greater than 10, 22, then it will say 22 is greater than 10, which we want it to print. Okay, so this is the simple, the first one, where you don't have an false or the no part. Okay, now here, knowing that knowing only that num1 is greater than 10 is not enough. We need to know whether it's smaller or whether it's equal to also. Okay, so over here what I'm doing is I'm again checking whether it's less than 10. Okay, and here I'm checking if it is equal to 10. Okay, so there are three if statements or three control structures that I'm using. Okay, so let me give me two. Okay, so it's less than 10. Okay, now but this is not a good way of writing your code. Okay, we cannot go on checking the condition every time. Okay, a single condition without single condition. Okay, it's the same condition here I'm applying, but it's less than. Same condition here, it's equal to. Okay, so to make it more better programming, the more better control structures, okay, we have else. Okay, I already showed you here in the the else. Okay, so it will make your code much easier to read, as well as it is faster also. Okay, because over here if you see, okay, here if this is satisfying, okay, then also it will go and check here. Okay, then also it will go and check here. Okay, so but in this case if you use a else statement, okay, over here, so if I use a else statement here, sorry, let me comment out these. Okay, so if I use else statement here, the condition, if this is true, okay, it will never go into this part, and you already know that whether it's greater than 10 or not. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, let's give 21 here. Okay, 21 is greater than 10. Okay, so what is happening here is the control is not going to this part. Okay, as well as here where we had multiple checks, okay, it is not going there also. Okay, now nested ifs. Okay, so in nested ifs, see here we know that num1, if num1 is greater than 10, fine, but when num1 is less than 10, also fine, but if it is equal to 10, okay, we don't have any condition like that. Okay, but we can use nested ifs, okay, to see whether it's equal to 10 or not also. Okay, so that is done by using elif. Okay, elif means if this condition is false, okay, go and check this condition. Okay, if this condition is true, execute this. Okay, else then execute the last one. Okay, so what is doing here is it is checking whether num1 is greater than 10 or not. If it is greater than 10, then it will say it's greater than 10. Here checking less than 10. If it is less than 10, it will say it's less than 10. Okay, and if it is equal to 10, then it will say it's equal to 10. Okay, so let me execute. Okay, let me give 2 first. It should say 2 is less than 10. Sorry, over here I have something wrong. Okay, let me execute first. Okay, it should be less than 10. Okay, so let me put 1 first. So 1 is less than 10, so it should say 1 is less than 10. Okay, now let me put 11. Sorry, let me put 11 here. Okay, so it should say 11 is greater than 10. Okay, so now if I put, sorry again, let me put 10 here. So 10 is, it should say 10 is equal to 10. 10 is equal to 10. So this is nested ifs. Okay, so if within an if. Okay, it is written by using elif. Okay, so you can have as many conditions as possible. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, this is how if works. Okay, so in the next video we'll be learning about loops. Okay, so bye for now, see you in the next video. Thank you.